Hello, everybody. Welcome back to another inspiring episode of Amazing You podcast and YouTube channel, a space where stories of resilience, transformation, and hope come to life. And here we share powerful journeys that remind us that even in challenging moments, there is always a path forward. So I would like to say huge thank you to my team who is behind the scene doing the work, and I really appreciate you. I am your host. My name is Dr. Rani Thanacoody. I am a clinical hypnotherapist. I am a Mars Venus life and relationship coach and energy healer. And today we have a truly very inspiring and powerful guest joining us. Her name is Candice Ruggiero. Candice is the founder of the Beautifully Becoming movement, where she helps individuals embrace transformation, rediscover their identity, and live with great purpose and intention. She's also the host of the Intentional Excellence podcast and founder of Love Speaks Global, supporting education, wellness, and community initiatives worldwide. With more than 30 years of experience in education and leadership, Candice is passionate about helping people grow, heal, and become the person they were created to be. A warm welcome, Candice, to Amazing You.
Hello, Dr. Rani. First of all, I want to say thank you for having me as a guest. And like I shared with you, I host my own show. So this is one of the few times, rare times, that I am a guest in somebody else's show or podcast. So I really am excited for this one. Thank you for inviting me.
You are very welcome. Thank you for inviting me on your podcast. I really enjoyed the conversation. So I thought you would be great to be on my podcast too. So I am super excited to have you because I heard you talking on your podcast about your incredible journey, and I want my audience to know more about you. So tell us briefly about your journey, how you came to do all these great things that you are doing now.
Well, Dr. Rani, like for 30 years, I my life is centered about education. I've owned my own school at the age of 24 in the Philippines and moved to the Philippines from the Philippines. I had two schools then. When others were after college were like partying or enjoying life, finding their path, I was running a school from start to finish. I had two branches where, and then after that, I my life started in another country. So I sold those two schools and moved to Australia. I lived
Okay.
there for a few years. And then now I'm in America where I have been living for like about 25 years already. But I needed to mention the school ownership because I feel that at such a early age of 24, that's when I built my hard work, my resilience, my dedication, my hard work. It really truly developed who I am right now because like managing a school when you're only 24 was a lot of work and it was a lot of success for me. So I feel like it's who I am. Like that really shaped who I am right now. And here in America, really pursued the career in education, back-to-back masters, with the goal of becoming a principal eventually here. Especially like moving to America, that was my biggest dream. Like if I could own school in the Philippines, I know I could do it here. That was my dream for myself, and that was my path. But of course, life changes. Defining moments happen in your life. 2023, my husband passed away. He's Italian American, 6'4", and I'm 4'10", but with a very weak heart. So when we met, he already had a really bad heart. And 2020, like, so my life has been, different because we had to manage his health and stuff like that. So I had multiple roles in life. 2023 September, he passed away, and although I knew he was sick, it still doesn't prepare you when it actually happens to you. So that was a big change for me. In that grief, I found myself. One day I just looked at myself in the mirror and said, like, how am I going to navigate being a widow when, at that time, life challenges changed me. So like I didn't know if I could do it until that's when I said, you know what? I need to pour into me now. So that's when my self-love journey happened. Like I didn't know what self-love was. I just knew I needed to take a break, didn't work for 10 months and worked on myself. And that's when my journey started. The speaking career just happened. It landed on my lap. And like when I came across the speaking opportunity, it's a workshop. I knew this was it for me. I registered right away. And then it just opened a lot of doors for me. Podcasting, hosting. So currently I am, like what you said, I'm a host. I host two shows, my Intentional Excellence podcast and the Love Speaks Global. And it's all global. Like I am really focusing on global, worldwide audience because I feel that I learn a lot from diversity. I learn a lot from different cultures and different perspectives. And also, I'm coaching also globally. And now I stepped into a wider mission, which is to be a global community advocate where I am partnered with foundations in first in the Philippines, just to support them use my voice for poverty alleviation, education, and health and wellness, and different other initiatives just to support other people. Thank you.
Candice, thank you so much for sharing your journey. And I am sorry for the loss of your husband
Thank you.
because when we lose somebody close, how much we have prepared ourselves, we know the person has been sick, but when it happens, it's a different story. It's
Yes.
really hit us. And I can tell you from I understand what you are going through from experience. My dad passed away and I knew he was sick, but
Yeah.
when he passed away, when our close relative passed away, it's always create an empty space in our heart.
Mhm. Mhm.
And it will always be like that. So,
Yeah.
and it's beautiful to see how you've transformed that grief into focusing, into pouring on you, because looking after somebody who is sick, it takes a lot of energy.
Oh yeah.
And I know my dad has been sick and how much my mom had to look after him. It's like it's a 24/7 job.
Mm. Yeah.
Yeah. And you forget you can't have time for yourself. It's very, very difficult. And it's wonderful to see how you now really
Thank you.
focus on you. And oh my God, you said so many great things. So I will take little by little of bit and pieces of what you said and ask you to tell us more. And but I want you to tell us first about what is self-love for you so that the audience can understand, and how is yes, and what is self-love first of all. Yeah.
Self love for me is not just the physical.
Mhm.
Self love for me is really finding ways to have a better relationship with your physical, with your mental, with your emotional well being. Because, and first of all, self love is not selfish. I realize through my journey that it's a necessity. It's really just finding time to value yourself because like everybody goes through a lot of processes challenges in their life, and self-love is something that you can use as your tool to navigate whatever challenges you have, and that is mainly just prioritizing yourself. Like as we like the society sometimes make us it changes us because there's a lot of expectations in society in the world that we live in, but for self-love it's now necessary because it allows you to navigate the world in a better light, because like I said, you're finding your worth. So self-love for me it's like I had to physically change. Like I was like a little heavier that time. That's the physical part of self-love. I went to the gym, started I had to replace like my makeup regime, my like routine, even had to buy a wardrobe because I needed to really just That self love for me, I needed to feel different and look different. And it worked because I started liking myself physically. But then the emotional part, I started really listening to other podcasts, and I learned about like meditation. I learned about mindfulness. Like those are the things that you think it's just theory, but it actually works. Like the meditation was so hard, but I started doing it. It just gave me some peace of mind. It started with like what? 2 minutes because it's hard for me to let go of my phone, until now I can do like a 20-minute meditation, and it's something that I do every day. It's where I find peace of mind. Other things that I don't do, like self love, like just grounding myself in nature. And like when I'm cooking, I'm simply enjoying the moment, like not really thinking about, oh, I need to do this. Just mindfulness, enjoying the presence. And one thing else that I did towards my self-love journey is really visualizing my life. Like when I started to visualize my life, I knew what I wanted in my life then. So I became intentional to go towards that path. So that is self-love for me. Like yes, we love people. Yes, I love my family, but now it's me first. It's my well being, my safety, my health first. For me, that's self love. And one thing I just want to add, Dr. Rani, it's a lifelong journey. You cannot say, I'm going to go on a self love journey for a month, a week, 3 months. No, it's a lifelong journey because growth is beautiful. And self love and growth is part of self love, being able to grow and accepting the changes, whether in yourself, with others, or the world around you.
That
Thank
is
you.
so true. Yes. Thank you so much, Candice, for sharing that about your understanding of self-love and what you've been doing to grow yourself, to heal yourself. And what would you say for the audience who is listening, who wants to start with what one practice you can suggest to the audience that they can start with in order to get back, to give back to themselves, to fill their own cup? What can they do?
It might sound profound, right? When I say it. Challenges are not here to define you. They're here to develop you. Okay. Like not everybody handles challenges now the way I do, because I've learned to embrace challenges in my life. It's part of my journey, and it's the way that I used to find my authenticity. And I know it's all profound for somebody who still is not in that journey. But my what I'm trying to say is that we all go through challenges in life. Dr. Rani, myself, and whoever. Like that's just part of life. But remember that they are not here to define you. Never let that challenging moment change you. They're actually here to develop you. Because you know what, Dr. Rani, not just being a widow, like I went through a lot of success challenges in my life. But one thing I did was really use it to fuel me. I for some reason, like I would treat challenge as something that is part of my life. I was never regretful. I never had a grudge. Like if something happened in my life, I'm like, okay, all right, it is what it is, like I've never been the type of person who would like, oh my god, like 5 years already, it's still in me. No, no, let it go. Like just challenge, it's just part of you. Don't let it define you, because those challenges that I went through on a daily basis became, it really is the reason why I'm here. It's the reason why I host, why I am a speaker, why I'm able to inspire others or support others. It's because of all the challenges that I've gone through in my life, that I've accepted, embraced, and just dealt with it head on and moved on. So that's it. Whatever you're going through right now, or whatever you went through before, it shouldn't be you. Let go. That already passed. That already happened. If it's still now, deal with it. Find a support system. Find a coach to help you. Read articles, or like listen to a podcast if you need help. But most of the time, You have the answer to any problem that is haunting you, that is that is a challenge right now. You have the skill, you have the strength, you are made by God or your source or your being to have everything that you need. Sometimes it's just a matter of like digging deep. Close your eyes, close your ears to whatever is like so loud, filter it, and you'll find the answer to your challenges in life. And if it's not within you, ask for help, and don't let it define you, and use it to become a better person. Yes, that's it. So challenges do not define you, they're here to develop you. That is one thing that I hope I could leave with others in their
Thank
journey. Yeah.
Thank you so much, Candice. And that is so true, to use the challenges to help us to grow, because it's only in the challenging times that helps us to get out of our comfort zone, and it helps us to grow. And I like the other thing that you said, to let it go. Because as women, we hold on to grudges for years and years and months and decades, and that affects us. So as women, we need to learn to let it go. It's the past, it's gone. Let's now move forward, because if you
Mhm.
keep it inside, it will
Yes.
it will start to create anger, resentment, sickness, and all sorts of things. So that's
Mhm.
forgiveness, letting go, forgive
I love that.
yourself, forgive others, let go. Yeah, I like your energy. I've been watching you on your social media, how happy you are. And that's why I say I need to ask you, because you do a lot of self-love. We can see that. It's really your energy, your frequency is so beautiful to watch. And you talk about your business, your one of the work that you do, it's about beautifully becoming, you talk about.
Mhm.
So what does that phrase mean to you, beautifully becoming?
Everything that I talk about is about me. Remember that when I shared with your audience that it's all you centered now, right? And that was my journey, taking care of myself first, which is, I hope others will also learn, take care of you first, right? So all of a sudden I woke up, I'm like, I do a podcast, I do my love speak show, and I do other things that all of a sudden I realized that with it, like all those things that I do only boils to like a bigger umbrella, which is beautifully becoming, that we are still growing, and in the process of going through life, you are finding yourself, like you are becoming in the process, and that becoming is never ending, like it's an endless journey. But becoming means like just your higher self, you're finding ways to become a better person. All right, so I named it beautiful becoming because really growth is beautiful,
Mhm.
and becoming a different person than you were before, when you were faced with all the challenges, and when you were still holding on to that like pain or trauma. um, in that process, if you're able to let go of that, really it's something beautiful. So beautifully becoming, it's you going through a better path now, a better way to look at yourself, better way to handle life. So I just named it in a bigger umbrella, where it's like those things that I do is part of it. And it's just beautiful for others to say and to understand that you are beautiful. You are beautiful no matter what you're going through. And you just have to like really find your worth, find your purpose, and become, meaning be open to growth, be open to learning, because growth is something beautiful. So that is my movement. And just keeps adding. Now I'm into coaching, because now, like I said, my guests are all from all over the world, from
Mhm.
all over the world. I've had now like 75 for the past 2 years. I've had 75 guests. They're all coming from different parts of the world. So I realized that no matter where we are, we one thing is common with the people that I interview. We all want change. We all want to be a better version of us. And whatever method we follow, like I've learned from the method that Dr. Rani shared with me during our podcast, and so many methods, so many strategies, so many way of healing. But we can all apply that. We can all learn from each other and apply that. And now I'm doing my coaching because I'm learning not just from my own experiences, my own method, but also from you. I learned from you and from all the guests that I meet. So when I do my coaching, I individualize my connection with that person, and then go back to like, okay, I've heard this before from, let's say, Dr. Rani, and this is the best advice that I can give you on top of what I believe with also my, my own method. So yeah, I'm doing my coaching individually, people from all over the world, because we're all the same no matter where we are. And second, I opened my global coaching to group experiences now. Like, I can go to any country if they want me to go on their retreats, to organize the retreats, workshop, team building, like orientation. Because even if you're a business owner, if you're part of an organization, the best way to have a successful business or group or team is to develop them inward, internally. Like, work on their personal development first. And you know what? Workflow will follow. Work achievement, work rewards will follow when your teammates, when your the people that you work with are happy inside. That's why I open myself to global experiences coaching. And also now, I'm stepping it up. I have a bigger mission now, which has been bugging me for years. That it's not just about me anymore. My beautifully becoming now. I've done my work within me. Now it's time to give to others. So I partnered with foundations. I started with Philippines, and together we are they're using my voice. I'm using my voice and my platform just to encourage others who are willing to help, who have the capacity to help, to just support these very vulnerable community members, and through poverty or education or just having food to eat on a daily basis. So I call myself a bridge builder, because I bridge those who need help and those who are willing to help. So that is what beautifully becoming all about. Not just about me now personally, but how I can really help others through the different things that I do. Thank you.
That's fantastic. I love your movement, beautifully becoming movement, and everything that it includes. I think it's really wonderful. You focus on you, but now you are now giving back, helping the community. Thank you so much, Candice. And you talk about at the beginning that how early you started working at the age of 24. You opened two schools in the Philippines. Then you live in Australia, came to the States and and work in school, became a principal. That was a very, that required a lot of strength, a lot of resilience. And on that, after that, you experienced the loss of your husband. So you really went through a lot in your life. And what did that journey teach you about resilience and healing?
Um, I don't know. Like, this, like what I said, just whatever you are. Like I said, like, nobody taught me how to open a school. It's
Mm,
just really just navigating it on your own, like whatever you think. Of course there are laws, there are policies, there are stuff, but it still boils down to you. Like, how like believing in yourself that you can do it. And resilience for me really is just going through life challenges and making it your own, making it your strength, and not letting it like bring you down or dim your light. Resilience for me is not being, it's just being like finding ways to navigate life without now breaking what you've established. Like, because like until now I am still faced with some challenges, right? It's just part of
mhm,
life, but now it's really just looking at it in a more constructive way. Okay, I can do this. Like Dr. Rani, I don't know. I'm at the point in my life right now that nothing is so hard that I cannot do it. It's because those little challenges that I went through, I did it like, okay, I faced it, I dealt with it, and I didn't let it like become part of me. So that's what resilience is for me. Just just going through life and moving on after that. And right, like that's me. And then doing what I do now because of all those things that I
Mhm.
did step by step. So that for me is resilience. Just really finding what you're good at, and if you're not good at that, find ways to learn the skill or ask people, because you can do it. There's nothing that you can't do in life. So yeah, that I hope I was able to share, inspire others through that. That you are gonna everyone's gonna go through challenges, but just receive it
Mm.
openly, deal with it, and
Yeah,
learn from it.
fantastic, fantastic. Yeah. Thank you, Candice. I know you've coached a lot of people around the world. You've been a teacher and you've seen a lot. You've been a leader yourself. What do you think, Candice, are some of the biggest barriers that prevent people from becoming the person they were created to be?
Um, because of like society now, society is so judgmental, right?
Mm,
Like if you go on social, I'm all over social media because
mm,
of my movement, because of what
mm,
I do. And it's just sad that all you hear is negativity. People are just so quick to judging others. It
mm,
could be a simple post, and if you look at the posts of other people, it's all negative. It's all just ugly comments. And my this is just what I want to, these I just realized that these are people who have not gone through a journey of understanding themselves yet,
mm,
because whatever they see, whatever they hear, they are triggered and they become defensive. And it's just sad that people are still so far from discovering the beauty of being you. Because if you find yourself, if you know your worth, if you know how beautiful you
mm,
can be, you you
mm,
ca- you don't have to be so negative to other people, because when your words are so powerful, when you post, when you say something, it hurts other people. And and my what I'm trying to drive at is just look within you first before you can judge others, because you know what, it's just a projection of what you are not, what you don't have yet. So if you want to add to this world, I hope people will use more beautiful words. If they're going to be on social media, if you are still so negative and so, just be quiet. Like, don't, like, no,
mm,
social media is not for that. I hope like we just change our narrative, we change our perspective, because the world is so, if the world is now a reflection of individualities who have not found themselves. And it's really sad, because there's genuine people out there who really need to hear more positivity and to learn from others more positive ways of dealing with life. But then what they're in front of them are all the negativity, and it's really, really sad. And that's why I show up every day on my social media, all different platforms, just to spread positivity based on how I went through life, positivity on like really finding the beauty in myself, that if I can do this, you can do it too. You see me dancing, right? In my social media posts, you see me
yes.
singing, dancing, because I went back to my inner child, back when all the ugliness in the world was there. Like, I was able to find myself also by just enjoying who I was before. And I hope through my daily motivational speeches or videos or my movement, if people can just like just listen. Maybe you'll get something from it because life is beautiful, and let's make the world a better place. Please. It's sad. And I feel deeply. I feel how the world feels when there's pain. I feel, I cry. That's why my objective is to spread positivity. Not everybody's gonna accept what I say, but you know what? In their own timing, it's gonna hit them, and they're gonna turn inward and realize that, hey, maybe I can do it too.
Yes, thank you. Thank you so much, Candice. And that beautiful that you do that every day. I see your posts and they give so much joy just looking at them. It just makes me
Yeah.
smile when I look at you. And I think it's so important in a time where people are going through a lot.
Yeah.
They are going through all sort of issues, financial issues,
Yes.
redundancy in their jobs, breaking up of relationships. So I think it's so important to spread joy, to spread happiness. And hopefully it's contagious and other people can feel that and can start to feel that joy and that happiness too and emit that joy. So thank you for sharing that.
And
Well,
Dr. Ronnie, not everybody's gonna accept you first, but keep going, never stop. Never stop. If we can inspire 10% out of 100% of the watchers, that's okay. That's
yeah,
okay. You know what I mean? They'll have their own moment. And, I'm not saying this out of pride, out of bragging. It's really genuinely love yourself because it feels great to love yourself so you can finally accept others in the
yeah,
process.
that is absolutely true. Yes.
Yeah.
Or everything starts with loving the self, you know. It's the basis of the greatest love that people have been looking
Yes.
for. Yeah. Yeah. And we are coming towards the end of the podcast. So I would like to ask you, where can our listeners and viewers find out more about you, about your work, your movement, your podcast, and possibly connect with you, Candice?
So, Candice Ruggiero, Beautifully Becoming by Candice. I'm all over social media. Just type in my name on a Google search. You can connect with me because, like I said, my objective is to be out there using my voice, using my platform. So, Candice Ruggiero, I'm on LinkedIn, I'm on TikTok, Instagram, YouTube, and Facebook. And every day I say I feature my guests from my podcast, my guests from my Love Speaks Global. So connect with me. My website is beautifullybecomingbycandice.com. And currently I started a partnership and sponsorship opportunities because like the work that I do now is larger than one voice. It's not that I can't do it, but the more partnership and sponsorship that I get, the more people that I can support. Because when I started partnering with foundation in the Philippines, more and more foundations are finding me, but I cannot commit 100% until I know that I can commit in all aspect. So that's one thing also that is big on my project right now, the sponsorship and partnership. And together, let's make a lasting change. Let's make the world a better place. And yeah, it's not hard to find me. Candice Ruggiero. Just search on Google, and you'll find me everywhere. But yeah,
That's
that's
great.
it. Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you, Candice. Your link will appear in the description of the podcast, on the video, and on the YouTube channel. And the last question I want to ask you is, any final thoughts or messages you'd like to share with the audience today?
Um, okay, so currently, I I did say I partnered with this foundation in the Philippines, and this is a specific community. It's a coastal community in the Philippines. Like, look, I was born in the Philippines, but I never been to this part of the Philippines. And I'm saying this because you can find this in different parts of the world, like really families that you don't even imagine how their life is, you know, on a daily basis. So, what I'm trying to share is that find, if you can find it in your heart to do some acts of kindness, generosity, even a little, a little amount can help. It doesn't have to be my foundation that I support. It could be other your neighbor who might be struggling. It could be other foundations that you find online. Give, like offer something just as a sign that you are there's like that you acknowledge that this exists in the world right now, suffering, pain. And if we can uplift others through our simple way, prayers or positivity or donation, that for me is the biggest request that I ask you in your own way. Just show some support, not just for yourself, like for others, because there are genuinely people out there who are suffering, not just financially, but all aspects of their life. So let's give from our heart. That's what I want to share.
Thank
And
you.
hope, yeah.
Yeah, that's so beautiful to give from our heart. Yes. Thank you, Candice. Candice, it's been such an honor to host you, to that you've shared so much wisdom, and I'm sure the audience will be able to take away a lot of golden nuggets from that and apply to their life and start to give from the heart and to put yourself first, to give yourself the love that you deserve, and to know that you are worthy and that you are beautiful. That's really, really so simple. It's nothing
Yes.
complex, but it's
Yes.
just daily application and daily work on yourself. Yes, because growing yourself, the inner work, it's a lifelong journey. You can't say, I will do it just today. So thank you so much.
You're welcome.
It's been a huge pleasure.
Yes.
And I would like to say, wish you a lot of success in everything that you do with your work, your charities, and keep shining your light. You are such a bright light on social media, so keep doing that. And thank you to the audience for watching, sharing, and subscribing. Continue to do so. We really appreciate you. And I will remember that you are amazing. You have
Thank
always
you.
been amazing, and you
Yes.
always will be amazing, everybody. And thank you, everyone. And I look forward to seeing you all for another episode very soon. Take care, everybody. Bye bye.